Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda.
Nithyanandam, we welcome all the viewers and devotees who are watching us live now on KAILASA's Nithyananda TV and our other social platforms to the first session of the Paramashivoham, where we'll be performing the Dvitiya Vinyasa Krama, the 308 asana sequence, which has been directly revealed by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, who is the incarnation and the Nijavatara of Paramashiva. Now, before we begin this yoga, I request all the viewers and participants to take a few minutes to get a few things set up. First of which is the Panchapatram. I request all the participants to have a water pot and a spoon to perform the ritualistic cleansing. As yoga is a ritual, we request all the viewers and participants to have a water pot and a spoon for the ritualistic cleansing. Next is the Bhasma, the sacred ash on the 16 places. If you have even little Bhasma, at least make sure that you apply it on your forehead, as Bhasma is one of the Aushadas, one of the alchemy products. As part of this Dvitiya Vinyasa Krama, I request all the participants to have some Bhasma also applied on your foreheads. The next and the last request is to all the male bodies to remove your upper cloths. As I had mentioned earlier, yoga is a ritual, so I request all the male bodies to have your upper cloths removed and be seated. Let's take a few moments to set this up. Yes, so now let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Let's enter into the Dvitiya Vinyasa Krama with the blessings of our beloved Guru by invoking Swamiji. Now sit straight with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Be in a comfortable seated position. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. Close your eyes. Visualize Swamiji and let's chant the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasyaadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Now we'll be chanting the Shiva Mula mantra Om Ham Haum Shivaya Namaha 11 times. If you're not initiated into the Shiva Diksha, you can chant the Mahavakya Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham 11 times. I'll be chanting it outside. You can follow along with me. Om Ham Haum Shivaya Namaha. Om Ham Haum Shivaya Namaha. Om Ham Haum Shivaya Namaha. Om Ham Hum 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 Shivaya Namaha. The next is the ritualistic cleansing, where we'll be performing the Achamana. Now please take your Panchapatram and Uddharani. Now take one Uddharani, 1 spoon of water, and keep your right hand in the Gokarna Mudra. Touch all the fingers and bend the index finger towards the thumb, making a gap, making a small place for you to pour water. Now when you hear the word Swadaha chanted, drink the water from your hand. Now pour one Uddharani of your water in the hand and let's start the Achamana. Om Atma Tattvam Shodayami Swada. Pour another Uddharani of water on your hand. Vidya Tattvam Shodayami Swada. Now pour another Uddharani of water in your hand and drink it. Shiva Tattvam Shodayami Swada. Now wash your hands with the Uddharani of water. Now the base of your right hand thumb, wipe the upper and lower lips once. Om Ham Hridayaya Namaha. Now wash your hands again with the Uddharani of water. Now with the index, middle and ring fingers touch above the upper lip and below the lower lip. Now wash your hands again. Now with the index finger and thumb touch the right nostril and left nostril. With the ring finger and thumb touch the right eye, right ear, left ear. Wash your hands with the Uddharani of water. Now with the base of the thumb and the little finger, touch the navel, the right chest, the left chest, and with all the fingertips touch above the head, the right shoulder, left shoulder and heart center. Wash your hands with the Uddharani of water. Now clasp your palms, keeping the right palm over the left palm and placing the hands on the right thigh. We'll be performing the conscious resolution. We'll be setting the sankalpa, the reason why we want to and what we want to manifest out of this yoga sequence that we're going to be performing. Now intensely hold a particular desire that you want to manifest. Hold it inside and visualize Swamiji manifesting that reality in your life as we chant the Sankalpa mantra. Mama Partha Samasta Dhritakshadvara Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Prityartam Shri Nithyanandeshwari Paramashiva Shakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Prityartam Cha Adhya Purvokta Evam Guna Visheshena Vishishtayam Asyam Shubhaditao Purna Arogya Yukta Dhridagatra Yogika Sharira Siddhyartam Paramashiva Shakti Avishkarnartam Nithyananda Yoga Abhyasam Karishye. Om Apaupasprisya. Now wash your hands with the Uddharani of water. Now keep the Panchapatrams aside as it shouldn't be a distraction for you during the yoga. Now let's have a quick recap of the 12 components of the Dvitiya Vinyasa Krama so that we can perform this sequence in the best way as revealed directly by the Supreme Point of Hinduism, our beloved Swamiji. The first component being the asanas. The asanas are the various body postures that we're going to be performing. As we perform these various asanas, we intensely draw prana inside our body as we perform more than 1200 long breaths. And when that happens, the body is completely energized with life energy, prana. The next component is the pranayama, the various breathing techniques. As we perform these various breathing techniques, we allow the prana to come inside our body intensely, and when we perform the pranayama, we hold the prana inside the body and release only the apana, which is the negative or unwanted energy out of the body. The next component is the mudras, the various hand gestures and body gestures. When we perform these various gestures, they awaken a certain circuit of energy channels which are called the nadis. And in turn, those nadis awaken the various energy centers, pulling the kundalini up to the crown center. The next component is the bandhas. The bandhas are the various locks, and as we perform these locks, they hold the energy inside the body. They retain the energy without letting it escape. The first bandha is the Mula bandha, which is shown in a red circle. The Mula bandha is the contraction of the perineal muscles, locking the excretory and regenerative organs tightly, contracting the muscles that we use there, and holding is the Mula bandha. This bandha will be performed throughout the whole Dvitiya Vinyasa Krama, and you can perform this Mula bandha in all the asanas. The next bandha is the Uddiyana bandha, pulling the stomach in and out. The Uddiyana bandha will be shown in a yellow circle. So whenever you see the yellow circle or hear the word Uddiyana bandha, pull your stomach in and up as shown by the acharyas now. The next bandha is the Jalandhara bandha, locking the chin to the chest. Tuck your chin and touch the chest with the chin. This is the Jalandhara bandha and will be shown in a blue circle. The final bandha is the Mahamudra bandha, which is a purple circle as you can see in this first asana, Sukhasana. Performing all the three bandhas together is the Mahamudra bandha. The next component is the visualization. The visualization of various gods, sages, animals, yantras and other items will we directly embody those items, which in turn those energies manifest in us. For example, when we visualize Paramashiva, we feel that we have become Paramashiva, means with 25 heads, 50 hands and 75 eyes, sitting intensely and creating, sustaining, rejuvenating, putting in delusion and removing from delusion and liberating. We visualize ourselves performing all the 5 actions, and that awakens our consciousness to the next level. The next component is the japa of the various Mahavakyas. The various Mahavakyas that have been given by Swamiji will be chanted inside and internally throughout the Dvitiya Vinyasa Krama. There are multiple japas that you will be chanting. Whenever you chant these japas, they completely unclutch you from all the thoughts and make you focus intensely on the yoga practice. The next component is the chanting of the Shastra Pramanas. As we chant these various Shastra Pramanas, which are the authentic scriptural references for each of the asana, we continue to remember that these have been given directly by Swamiji and Paramashiva to us. The next component is the weights. The weights can be used throughout this Dvitiya Vinyasa Krama to intensify the asanas and make the whole sequence more challenging. The next component is the Aushadha, the various alchemy products. As we first heard that Bhasma is one of the alchemy product, the sacred ash. Like that, we have 3 alchemy products in this Dvitiya Vinyasa Krama that we'll be using. As first is the Bhasma, the second one is the Kumkum. The Kumkum that we'll be applying on the third eye. The last Aushadha is the turmeric on the temples. The next component is the Mandala, the cosmic geometry that have been drawn by the Rishis. For this Dvitiya Vinyasa Krama, we'll be using the Shri Yantra, the Shri Mandala, which is one of the most powerful cosmic drawings that have been given to us directly by Paramashiva Shakti. The energies of the cosmos have been drawn into this particular shape, and when we gaze at this, those energies awaken inside us. The last component is the Abharana, which is the jewelry that we'll be using. For the Dvitiya Vinyasa Krama, we'll be using the Rudraksha jewelry, as Rudraksha is one of the most powerful energy beads that hold energy, that hold the conscious energy like a battery. When we perform this yoga and wear the mala, the energy beads get energized and store the energy for us to use for healing ourselves, to manifest reality and to heal others. So now we have had a quick recap of the 12 components. Let us start with the Dvitiya Vinyasa Krama.
So now we're starting with the sequence of 308 asana with the first asana, which is Sukhasana. Now sit with legs crossed. Bring index and thumb in Bindu Mudra on the knees. The Kumbhaka that we'll be performing is Samana Kumbhaka. Visualize heat from rising from the spine to the navel center. Visualize Lord Shiva in the space. Perform all the three bandhas, Mool Bandha, Udyana Bandha and Dhyana Bandha.
तत्सुख आसनमित्युक्तम् अशक्तस्तत्समाचरेत् आसनं विदितं येन जितं तेन जगत्त्रयम्.
Now we move on to the second asana, which is Parvatasana. Now bring the leg in Padmasana, hands together, raise it above the head, visualize Mount Kailasa in your space. The japa is Soham. Perform all three bandhas.
अथ वक्षे महादेव पर्वतासनमङ्गलम्.
The next asana is Halipavasana. Now bring the soles of the feet together, extend it forward. Now hands interlace it back and bring the forehead behind the heel, touching the ground. Visualize Swamiji in your space. Perform Moola Bandha.
पूर्वविधियाहु मे जानो उभे पगतली संपुटटानो.
Rise up. Cup the hands at the front. Visualize snake in your space. Perform all the three bandhas.
पूर्वविधि परियागा नैनी चौहो निपनास्यौ लगाई.
The next asana is Kokilasana. Now hold the toes in Prana Mudra. Extend it up. Now interlace across the legs in Padmasana. Elbows on the ground. Visualize bird in the inner space. Perform all the three bandhas.
अथान्यदासनं भक्षे येन सिद्धो भवे नरः.
Slowly rise up. Now ankle on the knees. Touch the elbows. Now gaze to the nose. Visualize Swamiji in your space. Perform all the three bandhas. Then rotate the ankles.
घोड़ा बाबा पाद की आहुमाहिली सोय दचितर्ण कौवार लौता पलिगुल्प समोय.
Now from this position, now move on to the Gajasana with hands on the ground. From the plank position, raise the hip high. Now scoop the head down and forward. Perform, visualize elephant. Perform Moola Bandha.
निज्यम्बादाग्रे भूमौ कृत्वा लम्बी भूयमस्तकाग्रे निधाय.
Now from the same position, lift the heel of the right leg and put the feet down on the front of the left leg. Alternatively, switch the position of your leg. This is Rikshasana.
एकैकम्बादमाकुञ्चिदासनं कुर्यात् वृक्षासनं भवति.
Now stand tall on your toes as we move to Vaishasana. Now bring the hands, index, middle and ring finger close to the heart center. Visualize Swamiji in your space. Apply Udyana Bandha and Moola Bandha.
केशेन पादैकिलं तत्त्वाधिष्ठेत दोमघात वैश्यावक्षे यत्कृत्वा सत्यवान् भवेत्.
Now when you relax, now move on to the first karna, which is Urdhva Janu Karna. Now stand in Aramandi, which is heels together, toes apart in 40 degree. Now bend the knees. Bring the hands close to the chest. Now as we twist the knees parallelly, simultaneously move the hand towards and then back to the original position. Repeat on the other side. As we repeat, now relax. Now we move on to the next asana. Now interlace your hands in Sarva Sankri Mudra from inside out, from outside in. Now hold onto the knees as you are carrying a baby. Perform all the three bandhas.
एकं जान उर्स्यालिङ्ग्यास्तातव्यं बाललिङ्गनं भवति.
As you stand on the left leg. Bring the right foot at the back. Hold with both the hands behind the buttocks. Now perform all the three bandhas. Visualize Swamiji in inner space.
स्थित्वैकस्मिन् पादले कराभ्यामेष्टयतनं पृष्ठे संस्थाप्य त्वेन पादपीडनमासनम्.
Now bring the now we perform we are going to perform Natarajasana. Now bring the right leg backward. Now hands, the left hand in Bindu Mudra forward, bend the body, lean the body forward, perform, visualize Lord Nataraja in your space, perform Natarajasana.
उत्तानपादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकम्.
Now we will be repeating Balilingasana on the other side. Perform interlace the fingers from outside in. Now hold on to the knees close to the chest as if you are carrying a baby. Perform all the three bandhas.
एकं जान उर्जयालिङ्ग्यस्तातव्यं बाललिङ्गनं भवति.
Now bring the left leg back of the buttocks, hold with both the hands. Visualize Swamiji in your space. Perform all the three bandhas.
स्थित्वैकस्मिन् पादले कराभ्यामेष्टयतनं पृष्ठे संस्थाप्य त्वेन पादपीडनमासनम्.
Now from repeating Natarajasana on the other side, kick the left leg back with hands in the Binduvana at the front, lean the body forward, perform Natarajasana visualizing Lord Nataraja.
उत्तानपादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकम्.
Now we are moving to second karna, which is Ardha Rechita karna, from legs in the Aramandi. Now bring the right leg back of the left leg at the chest, right hand to the nose and swing the right hand like a pendulum a few times, and then exchange the position of the hand and the legs. Will be performing in the other side. Now we are moving to skeleton dance. Visualize yourself as pure bones and shake the body without any restrictions, compulsions. Just shake your body. Now relax. We are moving to the third karna, which is Katichina karna. Now legs in Aramandi, heels together, toes apart, 45 degree, knees bent. Now bring the hands behind the head as we twist towards right, open the arms, twist, bring back same position, and again twist on the other side. Repeat on both sides again and again. Now relax. As we move to Tadasana, stand on the toes. Now bring hands up above the head, palms facing each other. Visualize a palm tree. Perform all three bandhas.
महामुद्रा भद्रकोणो तादासन विभेदकान्.
Now we move to Uttanasana. Now bend down, hands on the ground, try to touch head to the knees. Visualize Swamiji in your space.
महामुद्रा भद्रकोणो तादासन विभेदकान्.
Quickly grab the mala if you have. That's fine. Now from the plank position, we will be performing the next asana, which is Tarakshasana. Now visualize Swamiji in your space. Rotate the head from left to right in Tarakshasana. Perform Jalandhar Bandha and Mool Bandha.
गजासनमस्थित्वा मस्तकं वारं वारं दक्षिणकक्षं सव्यकक्षं नयेत्. तर्क्ष्वासनं भवति.
Now as you will be performing Bhujangasana. Now toes extended back. Now lift the lying on the stomach, lift the chest up, gaze to the third eye, visualize cobra in your space, open the mouth like in Bhujangini Mudra.
अंगुष्ठनाभिपर्यन्तम् अधो भूमौ विनिन्दिशेत्.
Now again back to the plank position. We will be performing Sasasana, bringing right knee to the chest, then alternatively to the left, doing this, repeating from both the legs alternatively. Visualize Swamiji in a space.
गजासन वस्तित्व ज्ञानद्वयमाकुञ्च वारं वारं त्यक्तत्यं शशासनं भवति.
Now, the next asana is Rikshasana. Now, Tathasana. From the plank position, bring right leg between the hands. Now jump alternatively, bringing the left leg on the other side, between the hands. Alternately jump, visualizing a chariot in a space.
गजासनं कृतौ एकैकं पादं पुरोमार्गेण भ्रामयित्वा कर्तव्यं रथासनं भवति.
Now with right leg facing forward and the other leg at the back, the forward knee bend at 90 degree, gaze to the nose. Hands above the head, palms facing each other, visualize Lord Veerbhadra in a space. Perform Uddiyana Bandha and Moola Bandha.
वासिष्ठमतकौण्डिन्यम् ऊर्ध्वकुक्कुटमेव च.
Now we'll be switching on the position, performing Veerbhadrasana on the other side.
वासिष्ठमतकौण्डिन्यम् ऊर्ध्वकुक्कुटमेव च.
Now coming back to the standing position, standing tall on the left leg, bringing the right leg on the inner thigh. Hands in Admanchali Mudra in front of your chest, then raising it above the head, performing Uddiyana Bandha, Moola Bandha, visualizing the tree.
वामोर्मूलये देहे च याम्यं पादं निधायितो तिष्ठेत् वृक्षवद्भूमौ वृक्षासनं समिन्द्रिं विदुः.
Now the next asana is Garudasana. Now bring the right leg on the opposite hip, hands in Atmanjali Mudra in front of the heart center. Visualize Lord Garuda.
गरुडासनमावक्ष्य येन ध्यानं स्थिरं भुवि सर्वदोषाद्विदेन मुक्तो भवति महाबली.
Now we'll be performing Rikshasana on the other side. Stand tall on the right leg. Bring the left leg in the inner thigh. Now hands in Atmanjali Mudra, bringing it above the head. Perform Uddiyana Bandha, Moola Bandha. Visualize tree in your inner space.
वामोर्मूलदेशे च याम्यं पादं निधायितो.
Now Garudasana repeating on the other side. Now bring the left leg on the opposite hip, hands in front of heart center in Atmanjali Mudra. Visualize Lord Garuda.
गरुडासनमावक्ष्य येन ध्यानं स्थिरं भुवि.
Now the next asana is Trikonasana. Now bring the right leg front, left leg at the back, feet facing sidewise. Now bring hands parallel to the ground, bend down. Now other hand towards the sky, gazing towards the sky, visualize triangle in a space.
उत्तानपादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकम्.
Now as we exchange the position of our legs, we'll be repeating Trikonasana on the other side, hands parallel to the ground, bending down, gazing towards the sky through the palm of the left hand.
उत्तानपादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकम्.
Now the next karna is Nikutaka karna, again in Aramandi position. Now bring both the palms at the heart center facing facing each other, left hand below, right hand up. Now raise the heel of the right leg. Now alternately we will be switching the position of the palms and the heels, which is Nikutaka karna, repeating on both the sides, exchanging the position of the hands and the palms. Now relax. The next asana is Angushthasana. As we sit on the toes, the perineum on the heels, bring the knees close to each other, palms together, visualize Swamiji in a space. The pranayama which is we are starting, the new pranayama is Bhramri Kumbhaka, which is inhale B like a male B. When you are exhaling, inhale like a female B.
कबन्धासनमित्याहो गोरक्षासनमेव च अङ्गुष्ठमष्टिकं ये ब्रह्मप्रासादितं तथा.
Now the next asana is Saurasana. Now place both the hands on the ground in Varamudra facing forward. Bring right leg forward with toes facing upward. Gaze front, visualize Swamiji in a space.
प्रसार्य एकं पादतलं संस्थाप्य त्वेकपादकम्.
The next asana is Vidhanasana. Now the right hand in Pranamudra. Hold on to the toes of the right hand. The left hand touching the ankle of the left leg. Bending your head to the knees, performing Vidhanasana. Visualize Swamiji in a space.
गुल्पस्थितं पादमेकं प्रसार्य तत्पादाग्रं संस्थाप्य तत्करेण.
Repeating Saurasana on the other side. Now bring left leg forward, toes facing up. Now hands facing forward in Varamudra. Visualize Swamiji in a space.
प्रसार्य एकं पादतलं संस्थाप्य त्वेकपादकम्.
Now bring the left hand in Pranamudra. Hold on to the left toe. Now left hand holding on to the ankles. Bend your head towards the knees. Perform Vidhanasana on the other side.
गुल्पस्थितौ पादमेकं प्रसार्य तत्पादाग्रं संस्थाप्य तत्करेण.
Now again with the toes tucked, sit on perineum on the heels. We'll be performing Brahmajuranga asana. Now create a gap between the knees. Now palms facing up. Gaze on the ground. Perform Udyan Moolabandha and Jalandhar Bandha, tucking the chin to the chest. Visualize Swamiji in a space.
दो पनापानि हो निवेशे एड़ी दो गोड़ा निवेशे.
Now the next asana is Kapilasana. Place both the knees on the ground, widespread. Now gaze to the nose. Perform Udyana Bandha and Mool Bandha. Visualize sage Kapila Muni in your inner space.
उभय पकदली समट हरावे तिनकी माहिले कोल मिलावे.
Now the next asana is Bhadra Gorakhasana. From the same position, gaze to the third eye. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space. The japa, which is Sadashivoham.
दो पकदली समट संपुट करे कोरवाली भू परिधरे.
Now the next asana is Suryasana. With the toes tucked, lift the knees off the ground. Now bring the thumb and the index finger of the both close together. Other fingers opened outside. Now lift the head up, lift the hands up, gaze through the gap between the palms. Perform Suryasana, visualizing Lord Surya, in a space.
एड़ी दो गोड़ा तरी आने पनापानि बैठक पुनिताने.
Now with your feet flat, the back, hands on the knees, we will be performing Mandukasana, gazing to the third eye. Now roll your tongue, touch the top of the tongue to the roof of your mouth, visualizing the nectar flowing from Sahasrara Chakra. Visualize frog in your space.
पादतलौ पृष्ठदेशे अंगुष्ठद्वये च संस्पृशेत्.
Now the next asana is Uttana Mandukasana. Now bring both the hands at the back of the head. From head is held by the elbows. Gaze to the third eye. Visualize frog in your space. Perform Manduki Mudra.
मंडुकासन मध्यस्थं कूर्पराभ्यां दितं शिरः.
The next asana is Simhasana. Now cross your ankles at the back, hands on the knees. Gaze to the nose. We'll be visualizing lion in a space. Now we'll be opening our mouth wide and sticking our tongue out and exhaling forcibly. Performing Simhasana.
दक्षिणं सव्यगल्पेन दक्षिणे कृते हरं हस्तौ ज्ञानवशं प्राप्य स्वाङ्गुली च प्रसारित.
The next asana is Bhadrasana. Now, with soles of the feet together at the back, knees wide open, gaze to the nose, hands in Pranamudra, holding toes of the opposite leg, visualize Swamiji in your space, perform Mulabandha and Jalandhar Bandha.
गुल्पौ जगदनवृषणस्यादौ युत्क्रमेण समाहितः.
Now, the next asana is Kakavusrinsi Asana. Squat and place the feet on the ground. Now, open the knees wide. Now, wrap the hands around at the back. Interlace the fingers behind. Gaze to the nose. Visualize cow in your inner space. Visualize crow in your inner space. Perform Mulabandha.
प्रथमे वेश उकटाने दो हाथ पगम बीच आने.
Now place both the hands on the ground in front as you move to the next asana, which is Kanipavasana. Now place the knees on the hands top and the hands. Lift your body, balancing on both the hands. Visualize Swamiji in your space.
आसन को गुण आसीद सदा होई तो आची होई.
Now relax. Now we move on to Kapalyasana with both the hands on the ground. Bring the head on the ground, forming a triangle. Now hands, bring the leg on the knees. Now slowly raise the legs vertically up, performing Kapilasana. Visualize Swamiji in your space.
शीशा धरती टेकी पगदो वो मिलिवा ऊंचा कुकरे.
Now slowly come down. Relax as we move to Parsvamayurasana. Now, as both the hands are on the ground, twist your body on the right side. Now place both the elbows on the hip and the knee. As we lean forward and balance the body and extend the legs towards right, gaze to the third eye. Perform Mulabandha. Now relax. Now we'll be performing Parsvamayurasana on the other side. Now twist the body on the left side, elbows on hip and the knees. Gaze to the third eye. Now balance, lean forward and balance the body. Extend the legs towards your left side.
मयूरं दंडवत् कुर्यान् मायूरं दंडनामकम्.
Now as we relax, coming to the plank position, we'll be performing Vairagyanatha Asana. Now bringing the right leg from outside between the hands, gaze to the third eye, visualize Lord Kalbhairava in your inner space.
आसन को गुण पीती जाई.
Now bring back the right leg at the back. Now bring the left leg from outside between the hands. Gaze to the third eye. Visualize Lord Kalbhairava in your inner space.
आसन को गुण पीती जाई.
As you move to next asana, which is Unmukh Pidhasana. Now place from the plank position. Bring the elbows down on the ground. Gaze to the third eye. Bring the legs forward as you raise the hip up. Perform Unmukh Pidhasana.
भून्यस्थो जानुनि हस्तौ चतुष्पदम वाङ्मुखम्.
Now coming back to the plank position, we'll be performing Vasishthasana. Now rotate your body on the right hand. Rotate the body. Now bringing the right hand vertically up, gazing through the hand. Visualize sage Vasishtha in your space.
ऊर्ध्व कुक्कुटवासिष्ठ मरीचिहल मत्स्यकम्.
As we twist the body on the other side, performing Vasishthasana on the other side.
ऊर्ध्व कुक्कुटवासिष्ठ मरीचिहल मत्स्यकम्.
As you move on, sit comfortably, extend the legs forward where now the toes is facing up. Now bring both the hands under the buttocks, palms facing up, gaze to the nose. Perform Udyan Bandha and Mool Bandha, where as you visualize Lord Hanuman in your space.
दोबू करकी उभय हथेली कोरवारली मैले भेली.
The next asana is Paschimottanasana. Now, with both the hands from Pranamudra, hold on to the toes of both the legs, respective legs. As we bend down, try to touch the head to the knees, performing all the three bandhas, visualizing Swamiji in your inner space.
जानु परिललाटन्तु पश्चिमं ताणमुच्यते.
Now rise up. We'll be moving to the next asana, which is Ugrasana. With hands interlaced, place it behind the head. Now we'll be bending down, putting head to the knees, visualizing Kali in your inner space, performing all the three bandhas.
स्वपाणिभ्यां दृढं धृत्वा जानु परिशिरोऽन्यसेत्.
Now rise up. As we move to the next asana, which is Marichiyasana. Now bring the right heel close to the perineum. The knee is raised. Now wrap the hands at the back, bringing the head to the knee. Visualize Sage Marichi in a space.
उत्तानपादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकं नटराजं त्रिकोणं च स्ताङ्गुष्ठप्रसारणे.
Now we move to the next asana, which is Mahamudrasana. Dropping the raised knee on the ground, gazing to the nose. Now hold on to the left feet. Now bend your from the west and touch the head to the knees. Perform Mahamudrasana, applying all the three bandhas: Mula bandha, Jalanda bandha and Udyana bandha.
महामुद्रां प्रवक्ष्यामि तन्त्रेऽस्मिन् मम वल्लभे.
Now rise up. We'll be performing Marichiyasana on the other side. As we extend both the legs, bring left heel close to the perineum, knees vertically up. Now wrap the hands at the back, interlacing fingers at the back, bringing head to the knees, performing all the three bandhas in Marichiyasana.
क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकम्.
As we move to the Mahamudra Bandha on the other side, drop the knees, raise knee to the ground. Gaze to the nose. Hold on to the right knee, right sole. Now bring head to the knees. Perform all the three bandhas.
महामुद्रां प्रवक्ष्यामि तन्त्रेऽस्मिन् मम वल्लभे.
Next asana is Bhadrasana 2. Now bring soles of the feet together, close to the perineum. Hold the legs with the hands, gaze to the third eye, visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
गुल्भौ तु वृषणस्यादः सीवन्त्याः पार्श्वयोः क्षिपेत्.
Now the next asana is Gwadipavasana. As with the soles of the feet together, we extend both the legs forward with heels apart, toes together, hands on the knees, applying Jalanda bandha and Mula bandha, visualize Swamiji in your space. Gaze to the nose.
पूर्वचरपुट चौककक्ष्यो सोजी वाही विधियो कीजे सोजी.
Inhaling deeply. With the soles of the feet together, bring the heels close to the perineum. Hold on to the soles of the feet as we bend down, performing Joniasana, visualizing Joni Mandala. Gaze to the nose.
दोबू बगदली संबड़ करे एड़ी मेड के ढिंग धरे.
Slowly rise up. Now extend both feet little front. Now toes apart, heels together. Now hand extended sidewise. Bring the forehead on the ground behind the heels, performing Nakipavasana. Visualize Swamiji in a space.
पूर्व विधि परिपगदली संपूट शोल एड़ी मिली राशे.
Nicely rise up with soles of the feet together, heels close to the perineum, heels apart. Put your hands below your legs and then bend down. Try to touch chin to your throat to the toes. Perform gaze to the nose. Siddha Samadhi Asana.
दो बगदली संबड़ करे सोले मेढ़ा आगा में धरे.
Nicely rise up. Now we'll be moving on to Chinnaki Pavasana. With soles of the feet together, opening the soles of the feet like a book and placing your elbows on the knees, gazing to the nose. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space, performing Chinnaki Pavasana.
दो बगा की एड़ी धरती मगिवा मेढ़ लगावे.
Now rise up, soles of the feet together, both hands on the respective knees. Gaze to the third eye, perform Mula Bandha and Udyana Bandha. Visualize Swamiji in your space in Charpat Chokasana.
संबुडधारे आगाने कर जा रे पसारे.
The next asana is Bhairavasana. Now with toes on the ground, heels lifting it up, hands gazing to the third eye, hands in Bindu Mudra, placing it on the respective knees, performing Uddiyana Bandha and Mool Bandha, gaze to the third eye, visualizing Lord Kalabhairava in your inner space.
गुल्फौ संपीड्य चान्योन्यं व्युत्क्रमेणोत्थितं शनैः.
Now relax. The next asana is Samanasana. Now bring the heel of the left leg close to the perineum. Lift the right leg to the chest. Gaze to the third eye. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
समानासनमावक्षे सिद्धमन्त्रादिसाधनात्.
Now bring the right leg above your shoulders. Lifting the left leg. Gazing to the third eye. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space, performing Apanasana.
केवलं पादमेकं च स्कन्धे चारोप्य यत्ततः.
Now we'll be repeating Samanasana on the other side. Now bring the heel of the right leg close to the perineum. Lift the left leg towards your chest. Gaze to the third eye. Perform Samanasana on the other side, visualizing Swamiji in your inner space.
समानासनमावक्षे सिद्धमन्त्रादिसाधनात्.
Now up the side, lift the left leg on the shoulders, top of the shoulder. Now lift the right leg up. Gaze to the third eye, visualize Swamiji in your space, performing Apanasana.
केवलं पादमेकं च स्कन्धे चारोप्य यत्ततः.
The next asana is Gomukhasana. Now placing the right knee on the top of the left knee, interlace your fingers at front on the top of the knee. Gaze to the nose, visualize cow in your inner space, perform Mulabandha. The new pranayama which we are starting here is Hitkari Pranayama.
सव्ये दक्षिणगुल्फं तु पृष्ठपार्श्वे नियोजयेत्.
The next asana is Anushasana. Now hold the opposite toes with index finger and middle finger in Prana Mudra. Visualize visualize Risika Anushya. Gaze to the nose. Perform Uddiyana Bandha and Mool Bandha.
Anushasana is
Anushasana 2. As you interlace the fingers at the back, bring your nose to the ground. Performing Anushasana 2, visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Now inhale and nicely rise up with left heel close to the perineum, right knee raised. Now hands on the respective knees, gaze to the nose, performing Siddhkari Pranayama. Visualize Lord Garuda in your space, performing Garudasana 2.
डावो पगमोडी एडी माहिलो गुल्फमूलद्वारनी चैदे.
The next asana is Naradasana. Now sit on the knees of the left leg. Interlace your fingers behind your head. Now twist on your right side, gazing to the nose, gazing to the third eye. Visualize Lord Narada in your inner space.
Performing. पिष्टिजो वामभक्तली केरी भूपरिता ही लगावे फेरी.
As you untwist your body, we'll moving on to the next asana, which is Matsya Pitika Asana. Now bring the left leg on the thigh of the right leg. Lift the right leg. Hold on to the toes of the right leg with the right hand. Now hold on to the chin of the right leg with the left hand. Gaze to the nose. Visualize Lord Vishnu in your inner space. Matsya, the Lord Vishnu, avatar of Lord Vishnu in your space.
वामेन वामाङ्गुष्ठन्तु गृहीतं मत्स्यपीठकम्.
Now, as we move on to the Gomukhasana on the other side, place the left knee on the top of the right knee. Interlace your fingers, visualize cow in your space, perform Siddhkari Pranayama, then perform and gaze to the nose.
सव्ये दक्षिणकुल्भं तु पृष्ठपार्श्वे नियोजयेत्.
Now, as we move on to Anushasana, hold on to the opposite toes in Prana Mudra. Gaze to the nose. Perform Sitkari Pranayama and then perform Udyana Bandha and Mool Bandha.
जीमणा गोदागी गरुड़ा वागोड़ागी संधि.
The next asana is Anushasana 2. With hands interlaced at the back, bend down, try to touch your nose to the ground. Gaze to the nose, perform Anushasana 2.
जीमणा गोदागी संधि उपरिड़ा वागोड़ागी संधि.
Slowly rise up, inhaling. We'll be performing Garudasana 2 on the other side with right heel close to the perineum. Left leg up, vertically up, knees up. Now gaze to the nose, hands on the respective knees. Visualize Lord Garuda in your space, performing Sitkari Pranayama.
डावो पगमोड़ियेडी माहिलो कुल्भमूल द्वारनी चैदे.
The next asana is Naradasana. Now sit on the heel of the right leg. Interlace your fingers at the back. Twist your body. Gaze to the third eye. Visualize Lord Narada in your inner space.
पृष्ठिज वाम पगदली गेरी भूगलिता ही लगावे फेरी.
Now as we move on to the next asana, which is Matsya Pitaka Asana, bring the right leg on the opposite thigh. Hold on to the toe of the right leg with the left leg with the left hand. Hold on the chin of the left leg from the right hand. Gaze to the nose. Visualize Matsya, the incarnation of Vishnu, in your inner space, performing Sitkari Pranayama.
वामेन वामांगुष्ठन्तो घृतं मत्स्य पीठकम्.
Now, as we extend both legs forward, we will be performing Matsendrasana on one side and we will be repeating on the other side. Now, bring the left leg on the thigh of the other leg. Now, lift the right leg, knees up, twist the body as you place the elbow of the left leg on the knee of the left of the right leg. The left hand on the ears. Place the right hand back. Gaze to the third eye.
Visualize
Lord Matsendrasana, Sage Matsendrasana, Matsendra in your inner space, performing Matsendrasana.
उदरं पश्चिमाभासं कृत्वा तिष्ठति यत्नतः.
The next asana is Kubasana. Now place the hand which was on the ears, touching the toes of the right leg. Now bring the hand, the left hand from the ground to the ears, performing Kubasana.
आसन को गुण झोलो जाए.
Now place the left hand on the ground. Touch the chin of the right leg from the left hand. Gaze to the third eye. Perform Matsendrasana 2, visualizing Sage Matsendra in your inner space.
मत्स्येन्द्रपीठं चरण प्रदीप्तिं प्रचण्ड रुक्मण्डल खण्डनास्त्रम्.
And twist the body. Now let's perform Padmasana. We'll be performing Matsendrasana on the other side. As we place the right leg on the left thigh, lift the left knee, twist the body, place the elbows on the left knee, hands on the ears, left hand on the ground, performing Matsendrasana by visualizing Matsendra, Sage Matsendra in your inner space.
उदरं पश्चिमाभासं कृत्वा तिष्ठति यत्नतः.
As you bring the right hand in Prana Mudra, touching the toes, bring the left hand on the ears. Gaze to the third eye in Kubasana.
आसन को गुण झोलो जाए.
Now bring the left hand on the ground, right hand touching the chin. Gaze to the third eye. Visualize sage Matsendra.
मत्स्येन्द्रपीठं चरणप्रदीप्तं प्रसन्नरूपमण्डलखण्डनास्त्रम्.
As we untwist our body, let's perform Padmasana. Bring the legs in cross position in Padmasana. Now, both the hands on the respective knees. Gaze to the nose. Then perform all the three bandhas: Mool Bandha, Udyana Bandha, and Jananda Bandha.
आसनं द्विधं प्रोक्तं पद्मं भद्रासनं तथा.
The next asana is Padmasana 2. Now, hands in Prana Mudra, touch the toes of the opposite leg, gaze to the nose, visualize Lord Shiva in your inner space, perform Sitkari Pranayama.
उत्तानं चरणौ कृत्वा ऊरू संस्थो प्रयत्नतः.
The next asana is Kukkutasana. Now, place the hands between the thighs on the ground, lift the body off the ground, visualize Rooster in your space, perform Sahaja Pranayama, perform Moola Bandha. The japa is Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
पद्मासनं सुसंस्थाप्य नाड्भोरोरन्तरे करो.
As you lower your body down, place both the hands at front. We'll be performing Bhadakeki Asana. The hands facing towards the body. Now bring sides of the navel on the elbows, lifting the body back to the ground, gazing front. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Bhadakeki Asana.
धरामोष्टभगरद्वयेन तत्कोर्भये स्थापिता नाभिपार्श्वः.
Now from the same position, if you can perform Mayurasana or relax. Now place both the hands on the ground, fingers facing towards the body. Bring the elbows side of the navels. Now balancing your body, lifting the legs off the ground, performing, visualizing peacock in your space, performing Mayurasana.
अथ वक्ष्ये महादेव मयूरासनम् उत्तमम्.
Now relax, lower your whole body down, extend the feet outwards, interlace your fingers behind the head, performing Makarasana.
अध्यासचेते हृदयं निधाय भूमौ च पादौ च प्रसार्यमानो.
Now place both the hands side of the shoulders. Now lifting the leg and the thighs above, visualizing locust in your inner space, head on your forehead on the ground.
अध्यासचेते हृदयं निधाय भूमौ च पादौ च प्रसार्यमानो.
The next asana is Ustrasana. Now hold on to the respective feet. Now lift, bring it outward towards the ground, visualizing camel in your space, perform Ustrasana.
अध्यासचेते पदयुग्मव्यस्तं पृष्ठे निधाय विधृतं कराभ्याम्.
The next asana is Dhanurasana. Now hold the feet of the respective feet with the respective hand. Now lift your chest up and legs, kick the legs up, visualize bow in your space, performing Dhanurasana, visualizing, gazing to the third eye.
प्रसार्यपादौ भुजदण्डरूपौ करो च पृष्ठे धृतपादयुग्मम्.
Now, as you sit in Bhagasana, place both the hands on the knees, gaze to the third eye, visualize Swamiji in your inner space, perform Bhagasana.
उल्टा मोड़ी पादौ वैसे बहरो जुगती करे एक ऐसे.
Next asana is Gohyasana. As you place both the hands shoulder width apart, interlace your fingers, put the head down, hold supporting the head. Now bring the feet together, rising up. Now bring the knees to the chest, heels to the hip, performing Gohyasana.
दो हाथ की कहुनी जोगी पुनिह कलाई जाने दोई.
Now extend the leg vertically up, performing Sirsasana. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
विपरीतं मण्डलं च द्विधैव विदितं हिनः.
Now lower your body down. Extend both the legs at front. We'll be performing 4D asana, and here we are starting a new pranayama, which is Bhasika pranayama, which is the rapid breathing, exhaling forcibly out. Now, as you lift both the legs, holding calf of both the legs, bring the legs vertically up, head close to the knees. Vijay Swamiji in your space. Perform Bhasika pranayama.
दो हाथ पग बाहर आने, घोड़ा तले कागजी ठाने.
The next asana is Parighasana. Now raise both the legs at 45-degree, hands back of the head, holding on to the opposite shoulders, gaze to the third eye, visualize a maze in your space, perform Bhasika pranayama.
उत्तानशयनं कृत्वा पादौ मिलित्वा प्रसार्य.
The next asana is Naukasana. Now as you raise both the legs in 45-degree, hands parallel to the ground, visualize boat in your inner space, perform Naukasana.
उत्तानशयनं भूमिं वष्टभ्य.
The next asana is Rudrasana. Now soles of the feet together, hold on, bring it close to the chest, the toes touching the throat, gaze to the nose, visualize Lord Rudra in your space, perform Bhasika pranayama.
पगदली संपुट करी हाथ से पग ऊंचाजी.
The next asana is Unmukh Pitasana 2. As you lay down with knee up, feet on the ground, hands behind the heels, raise the hip, perform Jalanda Bandha and Mul Bandha.
ऊर्ध्वे च जानुनी कृत्वा शवित्वोर्ध्वमुखं तथा.
As you slowly lay your body down, body, hands, legs, and the whole body relaxed. In asana, perform Jiva Chalaka Kumbhaka, which is inhaling and visualizing, mentally spraying the prana all over the body, and then slowly exhaling in Savasana.
उत्तानं शववद्भूमौ शयनं तु शवासनं. शवासनं श्रान्तिहरं चित्तविश्रान्तिकारकम्.
bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasadashiva. Oh.
Bring awareness to all the muscles one by one. Slowly start moving your ankles and hands in your legs. And slowly roll up to a comfortable seated position. You've already finished the first 108 asanas. Now let's start with the next asana, Yadhashanishtasana. Now be in a comfortable position. Sit however you want for this asana. Keep your fingers in Bindu Mudra, touching the index and thumbs. Visualize Swamiji. Hold the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Samana Kumbhaka for the following asana, which is inhaling, holding the breath as you visualize the intense fire in your stomach and then exhale. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
पर्यङ्कं तत्समाख्यातं यतसंस्थं यथा स्थितिः
Visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
इदानीं
On the left side and place your palms on the knees with the fingers facing down. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space and gaze. The next asana is Siddhasana. Now come to a seated position and maintain the legs in the same posture. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space, gaze at the third eye.
स्थानसंयमितेन्द्रियोचलदृशा पश्यन् भ्रुवोरन्तरं चैतन्मोक्षकपादभेदजनकं सिद्धासनं प्रोच्यते.
The next asana is Siddhyasana. Now continue to be in the same position as you place the palms on the respective knee. Perform the Mahamudra Bandha. Gaze at the floor in front of you and visualize Swamiji.
वामपादके इडीजानो जीवनिमधिदातकोठानो
All open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasadashiva. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Asana, which is Rudrasana 2. Now continue to be in the same position as you just bring your hands into Bindu Mudra.
वामचरणपरिदक्षिण राखे एकजुगुतीये सेविति दाखे.
The next asana is Santadhunasana. Now continue to be in the same posture with your hands and legs in the same posture. Gaze at the nose. The next asana is Siddhasana 2. Now keep the legs in the same posture as you cup the palms, making a lotus. Like position with your palms, keep them in next. The next asana is Bandhayoni asana. Now continue to keep the legs in the same posture and visualize that you are the source of creation. Only that visualization will perform the Shanmukhi Mudra as you lock your mouth with the little and ring fingers, close the nose with the middle finger, close the eyes with the index finger and the ears with the thumb.
यत्र मध्ये महादेव बन्धयोन्यासने शृणु.
The next asana is Virasana. Now keep your hands in Bindu Mudra on the respective knee and visualize you holding the space of bravery in your inner space.
एकं पादमथैकस्मिन् विन्यस्योरुणि संस्थितः.
The next asana is Valmikasana.
दावा पग की बगदली बुनी एड़ी है जोज
The next asana is Jhoni Mudrasana. Now keep the hands on the respective knee with the fingers down and the next asana is Yoni Asana. Now continue to keep the hands and legs in the same posture and visualize the Yoni Mandala as you just switch the gaze to the third eye.
योन्यासनं पर्वतेन योगं योगफले निलब्धत्कालफलदन्तावत्
Bring the hands and hold the respective foot as you visualize Veerbhadra, gaze at the nose and perform the Uddiyana Bandha. Now keep the hands on the respective knee and take the right hand and cover the mouth. Start performing the Abhyantara Kumbhaka, which is inhaling through the left nostril, holding the breath, inhaling through the right nostril.
पूर्व को हो भिश्रिका जोजी वाही विधियों की जैसो जी
The next asana is Kaneri Pavasana. Now place your elbows on the respective heel and rest your chin on the palms. Feeling the lungs empty comfortably and then inhaling again.
ग्वाली पावा आसन कक्ष्यो है जैसे याहू में जाने विदित से
The next asana is and calf. Then interlace the hands in front of the body and visualize Swamiji, gaze at the nose.
ततो धूम्रे च येत वायुं मृदुनिश्वास संयुतम्
The next asana the feet and visualize a king, gaze at the nose.
पूर्व विधिपका का अंगूठा कंठ को पराशे
The next asana is Udarasana. Now keep the legs down and scoop the hands under the feet and pull the feet to the chest.
हस्तकर्यूरदहिताने
The next asana is Vishishtasana. Now from Udarasana, raise the legs slowly up, keeping the legs in front of the face. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Legs and place them on the respective shoulders. Wrap the hands around the legs and try to interlace the fingers behind the neck. The next asana is Kalyanasana. Now keeping the legs on the respective shoulder, try to now interlace the fingers behind the lower back. Visualize the beautiful goddess and gaze at the nose. Opposite leg, place it over the leg which you are sitting on, keeping the heel by the opposite hip. Keep the hands on opposite knees and visualize a swan in your inner space. And visualize a cow. Interlace the hands on the top knee and perform the Uddiyana Bandha.
अनुषावीनगर पंचडम श्रीलिंदगल्यम्नि.
The next asana is Machandrasana. Opposite thigh. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space and gaze at the third eye.
वामजंग प्रदर्शनताने वामहस्त
Performing the Ujjayi Kumbhaka, which is inhaling and exhaling, making an ocean-like sound for the following asanas.
प्रथम जीवनो चरण चोजी वामजंग राखे सोई. ऊर्मूलेतरपादस्य कनिष्ठिका प्रदेश गुल्फं संस्थाप्य.
The next asana is Sankatasana on the opposite side. Now sit on the opposite heel and raise the other leg, crossing the leg you are sitting on, and place it.
येन वेष्टयद्वामपादकम्.
The next asana is Dhenukasana. You slide the leg which is under the heel and keep it by the side. Keep the hands on the top knee as you visualize a cow and perform the Uddiyana Bandha. Keep the hand on one thigh and twist the body and hold the opposite thigh. Then visualize Swamiji in your inner space and gaze at the third eye.
वामजंग प्रदर्शन
Face.
प्रथम जीवनो चरण चोजी वामजंग राखे सोई.
The next asana is Guruvasana. Now keep the legs in the same posture.
संस्थाप्य.
The next asana is Pashasana. Now bring the knees and thighs to the chest and wrap the legs holding on to opposite knee.
पादतले भूमौ निधाय जानु निवृत्ति निधाय.
The next asana is Bodhashokasana. Now continue to keep the legs in the same.
दोगु पगदली भूपरिधरे कोरमा हिलिये सेकरे.
The next asana is Kurakatasana. Now keeping the legs in the same posture, insert the hands between the thighs and calves.
दो हाथ पग बाहर लावे घोड़ा नीचे ले ठहरावे.
The next asana is Sumati Asana. Now cross the right leg over the left leg and be there. The next asana is Dandasana. Now come to a seated position with your legs stretched forward. Keep the toes up. Interlace the fingers from the inside out and raise the hands up towards the
लघु सुख प्रसवलाभाय प्रोच्यते प्राक्तने पथि.
The next asana is Arambhasana. Now slowly lean forward and down, placing the forehead on the knees and root center to the crown center, and then exhaling.
दो पग मिलवा पसारी पकड़ का अंगूठा पकड़ी लीला टकोड़ा लगावे.
The next asana is to respective soles. Then place the forehead on the ground between the heels. Visualize Swamiji and gaze at the third eye.
तो तुम्हें वैसी
And insert the hand bit under the knees and calves. Keep the hands straight and keep the palms facing up. Place the head on the heels. Urdhva Paschimottanasana. Now, place one leg over the slowly lower your head back onto the knees and then hold the stretched leg with both the hands. Visualize Swamiji and gaze at the nose. Anantasana. Now slowly, keeping the leg behind the head, slowly lie down on the back. Hold the leg with the opposite hand and keep the hand of the leg which is behind the head by the side. The next asana is Ankushasana. Now roll onto the elbow of the hand holding the leg. Visualize Swamiji, gaze at the nose and continue and start performing the Pratyahara Kumbhaka, which is
पादं ग्रीवायां कुर्वन्.
the next asana is Drishasana. Now lie down on the back and bring the knees and thighs to the chest. Wrap the legs and rock from side to side.
सहित उरुणीकरध्वजे बद्ध्वा.
The next is Urdhva Paschimottanasana on the opposite side. Now place the legs straight and then lift the opposite leg and place it behind the head. Then
एकं पादं ग्रीवायां धृत्वा तिष्ठेत्.
the next asana is Anantasana. Now lie on the back with the leg behind the head and hold the leg with the opposite hand.
उत्तानसेने एकैकं वायुग्रीवायां विन्यस्य.
The next asana is Ankushasana. Now roll onto the elbow of the hand holding the leg. Visualize Swamiji and gaze at the nose. Lie on the back and bring the knees and thighs up, and then slowly place one leg at a time behind the neck. Visualize Swamiji and gaze at the nose. And the hands inside as you wrap the legs and try to interlace the fingers behind the neck. Visualize Lord Vishnu blessing you and gaze at the nose. And bring the thighs to the chest. Keep the calves and feet vertical. Then stretch the hands to the side. Visualize Swamiji and gaze at the third eye. Visualize Swamiji throughout this sequence. Now, for the first asana, which is Jatara Parivritti 1, Jatara Parivritti 2. Now bend the stretched leg also to the opposite, to the same side of the other leg. And Jatara Parivritti 3, stretch the leg to the side fully and hold the leg with the hand on that side. Gaze to the opposite. Then Jatara Parivritti 2, bend the stretched leg to the same side of the other leg. Jatara Parivritti 3, stretch the leg to the side and hold it with the hand. Gaze to the opposite side of the feet. The next asana is Dvipada. Now lie on the back and hold the respective ankle.
क्रियायुतं द्वन्द्वपीठ सर्वबलप्रदं गर्भिणीनां दुर्बलानाम् इति गार्गी जगादनो.
The next asana is Paryankasana. Now lie on the back and keep the chair.
उत्तानशयनं हस्तदलाभ्यां भूमिं वष्टभ्य.
The next asana is Swartanasana. Now lie on the back. A circle as you visualize a playful dog lying on its back and playing with its legs.
शवच्छरीरं संस्थाप्य जाननी सम्मील्य नाभौ वाणी.
And lift the hips up towards the sky. From the lower back to the legs, straighten everything vertically. Then slowly place the hands back on the mat if you can.
भूतले सशिरोद्धत्वा हेनयचरणद्वयं विपरीतकृतिश्चैषा सर्वतन्त्रेषु गोपिता.
The next asana is Viparita Karani 2. Now from Viparita Karani, just stop rotating your legs. asana is Langalasana. Now from Viparita Karani, slowly lower the legs behind the head and keep the hands behind the back, interlacing the fingers. The next asana is Shaita Paschimottanasana. Keep the legs in the same posture as you release the hands and hold the respective toes. Is Supta Konasana. Now lie on the back, continue to be on the back as you slowly open the legs to the side as wide as you can. The next asana is Chakrasana. Now bring the legs back together and maintain the same posture. Visualize a wheel in your inner space. The Padangusthasana. Now lie on your back and raise your legs vertically up. Hold the big toes in Prana Mudra and open the legs to the side as wide as. The next asana is Supta Padangusthasana. Now bring the legs from the wide position back to the center with the legs up vertically. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
Mukta Padmasanam.
Padmasana and lie on the back with the legs in Padmasana. Keep the hands crossed and hold the opposite elbows. Visualize Matsya in your inner space. Place the right hand on the left palm as we continue to lie down on your back in legs with the legs in Padmasana. Visualize Lord Rama and gaze at the nose.
प्रथम करे पद्मासन आचे सुधो सोवे भूपरि पाछे.
As high as you can, bringing the legs up vertically. Keep the hands on the lower hip and visualize Swamiji and gaze at the nose.
अथवा क्षेत्र संक्षेप.
Chikasana. Now lie on the back and place one leg on the opposite thigh. Then lift the leg up towards the head. Now raise the hands next to the head and hook the fingers forward. Visualize a scorpion and gaze. Near the head and hook the fingers forward. Visualize the scorpion and gaze at the third eye.
प्रथमसेन सुधो शीर्षकेश की संधि सुदाखे.
The next asana is Vrishabhada Kshepasana. Now stretch both the legs.
उत्थानशयनं कृत्वा अङ्गुलिभिः कन्द्रां बद्ध्वा कूर्परौ मिलित्वा by one, touching the earth with the knees. As you perform this asana, visualize yourself as Swamiji in your inner space. स्वोतानबद्धं स्थिति कृत्वा जानुद्वयं पर्यायेन कर्णयोः back. Place the soles of your feet flat on the ground and stand up and sit back down. As you perform this, visualize yourself as a wolf in your inner space. अतः completely roll over, finishing in a prone position. Repeat the same again and again, visualizing Swamiji in your inner space as you perform the Sahaja Kumbhaka. Uttanasenam Padosira Ullangya. Lie on your belly with your toes extended backwards. Then place your hands on the ground by shoulders. Contract your lips and make कृत्वा नाभिं भूमौ निधाय सम्बद्धस्ताभ्यां भूमिमष्टभ्याम्. The next asana is the Dehalilangana. Now, coming into a plank position, coming into a standing position, bend forward and place your hands on the mat. Walk back and forth, visualizing yourself as a wise 60-year-old elephant. अत्यासनं वक्ष्ये येन चातिस्मरो भवेत् हस्तान्त्रिभूमौ च गमनम् आगमनं ततः. The next is the Tolipika Karna. Now stand with your knees bent and feet pointing up towards the sky. Move your head in all directions. Relax. Now, moving to the next asana, which is the Sarpasana. Tie and curling upwards around your body. अथ सर्पासनं वक्ष्ये वायुपानाय केवलं शरीरं दण्डवत्तिष्ठेत् रज्जुबन्धस्तु पादयोः. Begin to move and walk like a camel. मुष्टिकनिष्ठिका प्रदेशेन भूमौ निधाय उपरि पादतले संस्थाप्य, maintaining the same pose. भूमौ निधाय उपरि पादतले संस्थाप्य, standing straight with your feet together, interlace your hands into Parashamudra and bend पादतले भूमौ निधाय पृष्ठभागेन हस्तौ जङ्घापर्यन्तं नीत्वा कपोतनीटकं भवति. The next is the Talapushpakutam Karna. Now stand tall with the palms together and shoulder of the respective heel, visualizing you're holding and offering a bouquet of flowers to Paramashiva. Now, bring your palms together, forming the horn of a rhinoceros. Nujasaradamadhanam krutva padatalabhyam bhumim dhritva. Repeatedly visualizing Swamiji in your inner space, gazing at the tip of your nose. Punaha punaha uttatavyam atitavyam iti utthanotthanam bhavati. The next is ऊर्ध्वं बाहुनयेत वारं वारम् उड्डानं कृत्वा. The next is the Utshirshakasana. Now, from the standing position, pull the sole of your feet and the Mula Bandha. एकैकम्बादतलं कुक्षो निधाय तिष्ठेत उत्शीर्षकं भवति. The next is the Parshvajanukarana. Now, I'm holding the knee with hand pointing outwards, closed into a fist. Let the opposite hand hang down on the top of the thigh, wrist twisted and fingers pointing towards the center of the body. Dandavasana. Sit with one leg with the opposite leg extended forward, lower the body to the mat. Then stand straight, lifting the raised leg to the opposite thigh. The Brahmanasana. Now, placing the left foot on the opposite thigh, stand erect on the mat like a rod. Keep your hands by the sides. Visualize yourself being blessed by Lord Brahma. Next, we'll be performing the Garudasana. Now stand tall and wrap your left leg over and around the right knee. Tuck the left toes on the other Garuda as you perform the Sahaja Kumbhaka and Mulabandha. उत्तानकूर्मपीठं च संहस्तारुणमेव च वातायनं गोमुखं च भारद्वाजं relaxed by the knees. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Dakshangrim Vamapadasya Jangopari Nidhaya च. The next your body quickly on the standing leg. एकेन हस्तेन दण्डरूपस्य एकस्य पादस्य अग्रं धृत्वा. The next asana is the Trivikramasana. Now, standing on your right leg, space. ग्रीवायां पादं संस्थाप्य स्थातव्यम् उत्थातव्यं त्रिविक्रमासनं भवति. Now we'll be performing the Parshvajanukarana on the opposite side. Holding the knee with hand pointing outwards and closed into a fist. Let the opposite hand hang down on the top of the thigh, with wrists twisted and fingers pointing towards the center of the body. Standing on one leg, lower the body to the mat and then stand straight, lifting the raised leg to the opposite thigh. Visualize yourself fiercely dancing as Shiva. एकेन पादेन स्थातव्यं ताण्डवासनं. Keeping your hands by the sides. Visualizing yourself being blessed by Lord Brahma. Brahmanasanamakshye yatkritva brahmano bhavet. The next is the Garudasana. Palm below the left and bring the palms together. Visualize yourself as Lord Garuda. उत्तानगोर्मपीठं च सैंहद्गारुडमेव च वातायनं गोमुखं च भारद्वाजं त्रिविक्रमम्. दक्षाङ्घ्रिं वामपादस्य जङ्घोपरि निधाय च. Next, we'll be performing the Dhruvasana. Now stand on your left leg. एकेन हस्तेन दण्डरूपस्य एकस्य पादस्य अग्रं धृत्वा. Next, we'll be performing the Trivikramasana on the other side. Now, standing on your right leg. स्थाप्य स्थातव्यम् उत्थातव्यं त्रिविक्रमासनं भवति. Slightly out. Keep both the hands to the sides of the body. Next, we'll be performing the Gorakhanjali Asana. Both your hands underneath the knees and make a finger lock in the Parashamudra. Sit in a squatting position and let the finger lock touch the navel. Kanchyasana. Now insert your hands between the thighs and the calves. Then wrap your hands around behind the butt. Now squat down and hold the hands behind.
The next asana is Bhairuvasana. Now bring the soles of the feet together and interlace the fingers underneath the buttocks. Visualize Kalabhairava, gaze on the floor. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham and maintain the Mula Bandha.
दो बूपक की थैलियां की माहिली को और मिलाई फना पानी कड़मोड़ वैसे.
The next asana is visualize Varaha, the boar avatar of Lord Vishnu, and gaze at the nose.
कागदली की माहिली को और मिलाई फना पानी कड़मोड़ वैसे.
The next asana is Pripitasana. Now hold the big toes.
पार्श्वद्वय सम्मील्य स्थित्वा नितंबं ज्ञानप्रदेश आनीय.
The next asana is Bhakasana. Now place the hands on the floor, shoulder width apart, and place the legs on the The next asana is Shishtanga Kapalyasana. Now this is the inverted asana. So you can take the support of the wall or a partner to perform this asana. Now place your hands on the ground, shoulder width apart. Place the knees on the elbows and then slowly find balance as you raise the legs up. Then cross the legs into Padmasana. Visualize Swamiji and gaze at the nose.
आसन को गुण
Gaze at the nose. Visualize Paramashiva.
जानोर गोरंतरे पादौ कृत्वा पादौ च गोपयेत्.
The next asana is Vrikshasana too. This is an inverted asana. So you can take the hands on the mat and come to a plank position. Walk your feet forward, stacking the hips over the shoulders and then kick the legs up. As you come to a handstand, balance here with the legs up. As you wish. Simple breathing. Visualize Swamiji and gaze at the third eye.
दो ऊपक जोड़ी माही गुल्फ मिलाए.
The next asana is Matsyasana. Now come to a plank posture as you place your
युद्धं शयनं गोर्बर पार्श्वभागाय मूर्धकृत्य.
relax. Now lie down on the ground with on the stomach and hold the hips with the
युद्धं शयनं कृत्वा हस्तौ नितंबं संस्थाप्य.
The next asana is Niralambhanasana. Now place your elbows on the mat and raise your upper body and place the head
कराभ्यां पंकजं कृत्वा तिष्ठेत् कुर्परया सुधीः.
The next asana is Chatrasana. Now place your hands near your chest and push the upper body as high as you can. Simultaneously,
अर्ध्यासनो स्थित्वा हस्ततलाभ्यां भूमिं धृत्वा.
The next asana is Vajrasana. Now, come to a seated position and sit on your heels with the toes flat. Place your hands in front of you and stretch them as far
इदानीं गर्भिणीनां योगाभ्यासो यथा लघु.
The next asana is Meshasana. Now slowly lift your hips up from the same posture and place your feet flat on the mat, keeping your hips up high. Now alternate The next asana is Ajasana. This is also an inverted asana, so you can take the support of the wall or a partner to do this. Now place your hands on the ground.
पादद्वयमन्तराले कृत्य.
Relax. The next asana is Dhanantarasana. Now come to a seated position again as you sit on your heels with the toes flat. Kumbhaka.
पूर्वविधिपरिहाताग्नि काकसीस्यो प्रणाशरामोडी.
The next asana is Angamotanam. Now interlace the fingers in front and then the back, then move your The next asana is Garudasana 4. Now sit on the ground as you move the heels to the side of your body. Visualize Lord Garuda and keep your hands on the respective knee. As Ananda Mandirasana. Now sit on the heels with the feet together and keep your hands underneath the respective heel. Visualize a beautiful temple and gaze at the third eye. Crossed heels. Place your hands underneath the respective knee. Visualize the frog. Perform the Manduki Mudra, rolling the tongue and pressing the back of the tongue on the upper palate. Pull your stomach in and up in Uddiyana Bandha. Hands. Uncross your heels and place your hands between the knees with the thumbs touching. Then lean forward and open your mouth, sticking your tongue out and exhale forcefully through the mouth. The next asana is Vishrukasana. Now sit on the heels with the toes tucked. Keep your hands on the mouth with the finger. And then exhaling through the mouth. Visualize Goddess Durga and gaze the nose.
दो बका की एड़ी जोजी घोड़ा बनो मान पुनि होई.
The next asana is Makadasana.
दो पगदली संकुट आने जनिकी पिष्टि भूमि परिटाने.
The next asana is Vajrashankarasana. Now raise your knees off the ground and sit on the heels with the soles of the feet.
प्रथम पणापाणि होए बैसे एडी दो गुदानी बैसे.
The next asana is Khanjanasana. Now sit the stomach in and up and visualize your body having perfect health. Gaze at the nose.
खञ्जनासनमावक्षे यत् कृत्वा
Place your hands on respective knees and gaze at the nose.
गुल्फौ च वृषणस्य अधो व्युत्क्रमेण समाहितौ.
The next asana is Yogasana. Now continue to be asana. Now raise up onto the knees and keep the heels crossed. Then hold on to the respective heels with the fingers inside and the thumbs out. Visualize Swamiji and gaze at the third eye. As much as you can, holding the respective ankle with your hands. Keep the head tilted backwards. Visualize a camel in your inner space. And slowly lean back as you place the forearms on the mat and then the head. Do not place the back on the ground and visualize a lotus. Gaze at the and continue to be seated between your heels. Now lie down, placing the back on the mat and then raise up. Use the hands for support and repeat this again and again as you visualize Swamiji. Viratasana, raise up and hold, place the head between the legs and hold the respective heel. Bend the back as much as you can and visualize a beautiful dove. Keep the toes tucked, hold the opposite elbow and visualize being blessed by Paramashiva. Gaze at the nose.
जानुने भूमौ संस्थाप्य हस्ताभ्यां बाहुकर
Place your hands interlaced in front on the forehead around your head and visualize Varaha, the boar avatar of Lord Vishnu.
सूर्यं चन्द्रं भेदनानि
Interlace the fingers. Then place your head between the forearms and then walk forward, stacking the hips over the shoulders. Then kick the legs up and then stretch the legs up tall. Keep the knees straight. Now come down and come to a seated position as you sit on your heels with the toes flat. Then place your forehead on the ground and cover your ears. Keep the elbows by the side of your body and visualize Swami. Then raise, stretch your hands in front. Simultaneously lift your hands, upper body and legs as you balance on the lower abdomen. Visualize a locust. Start performing the Saja Kumbhaka, which is inhaling. Now lie on the back, on the stomach, and keep the hands beside the body with the palms facing down. Then lift the legs up and visualize a skull. Kick your legs from the back, bend your back, and slowly lower the legs in front of the head. Visualize a beautiful dove in your inner space. Then place your forearms on the ground with the palms flat. Visualize the sparrow. Continue to perform the Saja Kumbhaka.
पूर्वपर्यन्तो हस्तो धरामश्च
Lift the knees up. Then stack the hips over the shoulders and kick the legs up, slowly bringing the legs from the back and then place the leg on the head. Then visualize a Vrishasana. Now come to a seated position as you sit on one heel and keep the other heel outside of the hip. Visualize a bull and keep your hands on the knees on the ground.
गुल्फेपादमूले वामभागपदेतरम्.
The next asana is Lolasana. Now place your hands on the ground and then slowly lift the legs up from the seated position you are in. Keep the knees inside of the opposite side. Now again sit down on one heel and keep the opposite heel outside of the hip. Keep the hands on the side on the mat. Visualize a bull. To the chest. Place the hands on respective knees and visualize Balaguna, one of the Siddhas.
आसन को गुण जल विकार जाई.
The next asana is Grahasana. Now visualize a planet, Earth.
पादतले भूमौ संस्थाप्य जानुमध्ये पूर्वरौ स्थाप्य.
The next asana is Balagunasana on the opposite side now.
भूमौ संस्थाप्य.
The next asana is Utkatasana. Now come to a squatting position as you sit on both the heels. Place the palms on the respective knee. Visualize Swamiji in your inner. As you sit on the heels with the soles of the feet together and knees off the ground. Then cross the hands behind the back and hold on to opposite elbows. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
Pijas.
Slightly apart. Place the palms underneath the respective sole with the palms facing down. Stand on the palms as we keep the knees and as we keep the elbows straight. Visualize the next asana is Padukasana. Now stand tall and lean forward. Place the hands underneath the legs from the front. Hold the legs and walk back and forth as you visualize wearing Padukasana. Hands on the mat and then start kicking the legs up and let it fall down again. Repeat this again and again and visualize a rooster. On the mat and kick your legs up into a handstand. Start shaking your legs and visualize you are free from all patterns.
हस्ततले भूमौ कृत्वा पादतले चोट
Swamiji in your inner space and start performing the Sahaja Kumbhaka for the following asanas, which is inhaling, holding the breath and exhaling comfortably.
हस्ततला
The respective year. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
अथ वक्षे महादेव कुञ्जरासनमुत्तमम्.
The next asana is which is a tree that promotes a pious life.
पार्श्वेभ्यां भूमिं वष्टभ्य हस्तद्वयेन गुल्फौ कृत्वा.
The next asana is
द्वयोः सुपादयोः पाणिं लात्वा सस्वनितम्बके जानुनी वक्षसि साधुर्बभ्रति करबन्धनीः.
the next asana is Chakorasana. Now the hands by the side and lift the body off the ground, stretching the leg which is on the ground forward, keeping the knee straight. Visualize a powerful source of energy and gaze at the third eye. The legs forward, then hold both the legs with the respective hands and hold the big toes in Prana Mudra. Pull one leg to the air and visualize a bow.
पादाङ्गुष्ठोदुपाणिभ्यः
The leg, then stretch the leg to the side as you lift the body off the ground and lean forward. Visualize a crane in your inner space. And with the respective hand of the opposite thigh, place the leg on the respective shoulder. Then with the other hand, place it on the respective leg. Visualize Swamiji healing you and you having the ability to live by breathing prana alone and gaze at the third eye.
एतत् प्रभेदं वक्ष्यामि करोति यः स चामरः.
The next asana is Paramashivoham. Now place one leg down and place the right foot on the root of the left.
पार्श्वाभ्यां चर्चयास्तु पार्श्ववत्सेन्द्र उत्तमम्.
The next asana visualize a powerful source of energy and gaze at the third eye.
पूर्वदानं चतुष्पादपीठं वज्रासनं तथा.
The next asana is Dhanurasana. Now
पाणिभ्यां गृहीत्वा श्रवणावधि.
the next asana is Ashtavakrasana. Now place one leg over the respective shoulder and place the other leg on this leg. Then stretch The next asana is Pranasana. Now place one leg on the opposite thigh and with the respective hand of the leg which is placed on the opposite thigh, place it on the respective knee. Third eye.
एतत् प्रभेदं वक्ष्यामि करोति यः स चामरः.
The next asana is Paramashivoham. Now place one leg by the opposite hip. Leg and with the other hand hold both the palms behind the back. Visualize the great sage Matsyendranatha and gaze at the third eye. And keep the other leg stretched. Then lean forward, place the leg on the stretched leg and hold the stretched leg with both the hands. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space and start performing the Jiva Chala Kumbhaka.
कार्य पादस्य पार्श्वनादीवनि सम्पीड्य.
The next asana is Kraunchasana. Now place the bent leg outside of the hip and stretch the straight leg vertically up.
पादं क्रोञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकम्.
The next asana is Ardha Pachimatanasana on the opposite side. Now place the opposite leg by the perineum and keep the other leg stretched. Now lean forward, placing the forehead on the
एकं पादं प्रसार्य एकं पादस्य पार्श्वनादीवनि सम्पीड्य.
The next asana is Kraunchasana. Now keep the bent leg outside of the hip and stretch the
उत्थानपादं क्रोञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकम्.
The next asana is Swastikasana. and place the hands on the respective knees. Visualize prosperity, peace, and good fortune. The next asana is Gorakshasana. Now keep the legs in the same posture as you cover the respective ankle with the hands. Visualize the great sage Gorak. The legs in the same posture as you switch the gaze to the third eye and visualize Swamiji. Now we'll perform the Shanmukhi Mudra, which is closing the nose, closing the mouth with the index with the little and ring, closing the nose with the
संस्थाप्य दक्षाङ्घ्रिवामजगने.
The next asana is Yogasana. Now sit in Padmasana, placing the legs on opposite thighs. Keep the back of the palm on the mat beside you. Behind the teeth, visualize Swamiji and gaze at the nose.
उत्तानो चरणो कृत्वा ऊरुसंस्थो प्रयत्नतः.
The next asana is
कुक्कुटमेव च अष्टावक्रपथोत्थानं मयूरं सेतुबन्धनम्.
The next asana is Siddha Haratali Asana. Now place the hands through the gap of the thighs and calves and be seated without lifting. Hamsasana. Now lift the body off the ground as you balance on the hands. Visualize a beautiful swan and gaze at the nose.
कुक्कुटासनस्थित
Buttocks up. Now stretch the hands under the buttocks and interlace the fingers behind. Visualize the bow. Close the chest, then hold the respective shoulder. Visualize the tortoise.
वायुजङ्गपरदक्षिणपावा दाहिजङ्गपरिपाहिल्या.
The next asana is Grandha.
अथ पक्षे नीलकण्ठ ग्रन्थिभेदासनं शुभम्.
The next asana is Uttana Kurmasana. Now, from the same position,
कुक्कुटासनबन्धस्थं कराभ्यां धृतकन्धरम्.
the next asana is Panka Kukkutasana. Now come back to a seated position and place the hands through the gap of the thighs and calves.
कुक्कुटासने स्थित्वा एकेन हस्तेन अन्यस्य मणिबन्धं धृत्वा.
The next asana is Panka Kukkutasana on the opposite hand. Now insert the hand through the gaps.
मणिबन्धं धृत्वा
The next asana is Gridrasana. Now place the elbows on the soles of the feet and interlace the finger, then rest the chin. And continue to perform the Kakachancha Kumbhakan.
उत्तानो चरणो विधाय विधिवत् शक्ति स्थितो योगिरात्.
The next asana is Padmasana 3. Now stack the palms and place them in front. Now place the palms on the respective knee and visualize Paramashiva, gaze at the nose.
एतत् पद्मासनं कुर्यात् प्राणवायु प्रसिद्धये शुभासनं सदा ध्यायेत् पूर्वजित्वा.
Now rotate the left toe a few times, visualizing a bow, pulling a bowstring. Then after a few times, place the right hand on the right knee and with the left hand hold Karmukasana 3. Now tighten your Padmasana and then cross the hands behind the back and hold on to the respective feet. Visualize a bow. Sridhasana. Now release the Mahamudra Bandha and switch the gaze to the third eye. Start visualizing your third eye.
ऊर्ध्य उपरि स्थाप्य पाद
onto the feet, then release the feet and just keep the hands crossed behind the back. Visualize a snake and gaze at the nose. And then place the thighs and knees on the chest. Wrap your legs and rock from side to side. Visualize a ball. Hands behind the head and relax. Visualize Swamiji and gaze at the nose.
प्रथमे सूधो सैनकरावे गोड़ा उभाराशि मिलावे गुल्पमा हिला अंगुष्ठदोजी करे.
Underneath the respective heels and lift your hips up as high as you can. Visualize a powerful alpha ape and start performing the Morcha Kumbhaka and Jalandhar Bandha.
एनं पादतले उत्तानहस्तयोः स्थापयेत् पृष्ठभागमुत्तमयेत् मरकटपीठं भवति.
The next asana is Utthana Shikihi Pitakasana. Now lie on your back. Feet forward, keeping the knees straight and head on the ground. Visualize Swamiji, gaze at the nose, continue to perform the Morcha Kumbhaka and Jalandhara Bandha.
जङ्घोरुबलहीनश्चेत्
Pitakasana, slowly kick the legs up and raise the legs up vertically. Then try to keep the hands on the mat if you can. Stretch the hands flat on the mat if you can, or else keep the hand on the lower back for support if you can.
ग्रीवाकण्ठेन भूमिं विष्टम्भ पादाग्रद्वयमूर्धमुत्त्रजेत्.
The next asana is Triyanavakasana. Now place your hands on the back and
नौकावत् स्थित्वा ऊर्ध्वं पादाग्रद्वयं नजेत् तिर्यन्नौकासनं भवति.
the next asana is Dvajasana. Now place your hands back on the ground if you can, or else keep
तिर्यन्नौकावते ग्रीवापृष्ठपूर्परैः भूमिं वष्टभ्य.
tensely unclench from all the muscle movements and your senses. Visualize Swamiji and see the Kundalini travel from the Mooladhara, from the root center to the crown center Sahasrara.
शान्तिहरं चित्तविश्रान्तिकारणम्.
Now, slowly bring awareness to your body. Start moving your hands and legs. Slowly bring your knees to your chest. Wrap your knees with the hands and rock from side to side. Now, when we perform yoga, the Kundalini in our body is intensely awakened and our body is intensely filled with prana. When these during the power manifestation session immediately after the yoga. So when the power manifestation is happening, you can use the energy that you have got from this yoga to manifest something external. Manifestation, just 20 minutes after the power manifestation, you can go and get refreshed for the rest of the sessions. So now we will all and let's chant the Purna mantra. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purname Om Nithyanandam. Thank you everyone. Be tuned for the power manifestation session.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Ananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Ananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
आनन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गहनसदृशम् नमामि। Nithyanandam, I welcome all the viewers here. And blessed by the supreme point of Hinduism, our beloved Guru Swamiji himself. Right after this Nithyananda Yoga, which we had, the intense 3-hour continuous PVK and the DVK, Prathama Vinyasa Krama and the you're going to manifest the power of third eye today, which is ability to read and see with your eyes completely blindfolded. Before entering to this power manifestation, make sure you have an eye band, a pen and paper, and please be seated. As today is the day 5 of this Paramashivoham glimpses of manifesting these Shaktis of Paramashiva, I am very sure that every one of you who are watching us, who is attending this Paramashivoham glimpses, ability to increase your height and much more.
in this today first session of the power manifestation of today's day 5 of the glimpses of Paramashivoham. We'll be manifesting the power of Paramashiva, the power of third eye. So again, manifestation. Just to reiterate that every single power manifestation blessed by Swamiji himself is revealed in the Vedas and Agamas. The Vedas and Agamas are the source scriptures of Hinduism, where Bhagavan Paramashiva himself have maybe heard in the stories that Shiva has a third eye which is there between your eyebrows, and that is actually true, where each one of us has that power manifestation within ourselves, where it can be awakened just by an initiation of the Supreme. Having the simple integrity and the simple feeling connection with Swamiji without any of our thoughts of any disturbances which we go through. Just sit with him. Chanda Mahavakya along. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Has been described in the Vedas and Agamas. From any one verse from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, now I'll be reciting and giving the translation to all of you, and then we'll begin with the power manifestation. Lakshayed Lakshamuttamam. So this is the verse revealed by Bhagavan Paramashiva from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. The mind and inner space. Through the power of the third eye, one directly sees the ultimate goal, Laksham, having vision beyond the sight that reveals any object or place, attaining the space of oneness with the source, Paramashiva himself. So this is it, verse and the translation. In Padmasana, or whichever comfortable posture. The best posture is Padmasana. Please keep your eyes closed. Remember any form which you think that you can feel completely connected to. I'm going to be projecting any random image for all of us. Soham.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Ananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Shivoham. Om Nithyananda.
Yes. Now, let us all take a few moments. Please open your eyes. Social media as well what Swamiji has revealed to all of us, to each one of us who are actually participating in this power manifestation session. Make sure you write everything in detail. If even though you just see a dark or am I guessing or not, because you are not actually manifesting anything, everything is just being redirected, blessed by Swamiji, and he is flowing through you. When you chant the Mahavakya intensely, there is only you and what is the actual image was projected to all of us in this first round of the power manifestation. Now please write down. Yes. Now let us all see what is the image which was projected to all of there is a person's hand also, and the behind as the background is completely blurred. Looks like there's a books, and there is like black and white and different colors as well in this picture. And we also have the round 2 as well. So we are having 2 different rounds in today's power manifestation session. Now please verify to see what you have manifested in this first round of the power manifestation. Now let us enter to the round 2 of the power manifestation. Again, please keep your eyes closed. Please put on your blindfold. This round of the power manifestation, what we have to do is very simple. You and Swamiji, just visualize Paramashiva, visualize Swamiji in within you. You are not actually manifesting anything at all. You are just a simple channel. Speak to Swamiji and tell why I am not manifesting this round. I should manifest. Speak to him, have a simple conversation and feeling connection within your inner space, and make sure that you manifest this power. Entering to this round 2 of the power manifestation. Again, it's going to be any random pictures I'll be choosing and projecting to all of you. Well, keep your eyes closed. Make sure you put your eye band. And intensely start chanting the Mahavakya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
I bless you all. Let you all open all your 3 eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasadashiva. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda.
Yes. As now the round 2 of the power manifestation has been completed, requesting all the participants and viewers who are watching us to please open your eyes. Please take off your eye band. Now again, let's take few moments to you again write everything in detail, because whatever is being revealed to Swamiji to all of us, through Swamiji to all of us, is the exact power manifestation which is happening in all of us. Please write down everything. To all of us for this round 2 of the power manifestation. Yes, now as you can see, this is the flower which is there. So you can see there's even pink, red and green as well in this very picture. And see what you have actually written down in this round 2 of the power manifestation, and if you have telling that yes, we have manifested this very same power. So now with this, we come to the conclusion of today's power manifestation session. Now let us all take a few minutes to go ahead and share of Swamiji, and we'll be starting the next session very shortly. Stay tuned. Thank you. Nithyanandam.
Manifest the powers of Mahasada Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Ananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Shivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham.